It is a Sunday fun day here in San Francisco. The Giants gearing up for a series finale and rubber match against the Braves. Rafael Devers powered SF to a 5-0 win last night with a pair of home runs. Logan Webb also tossed a gem in that game. The southpaw Robbie Ray takes the ball, looking to keep the momentum rolling. And again, Game 3 coming up today. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Giants Pregame Live, brought to you by Comcast Business. So glad to have you here alongside three-time World Series champion Sergio Romo. I'm Kylan Mills. We're getting you ready for the series finale between the Giants and Braves, and it also happens to be Song Shirt Sunday here at NBC Sports Bay Area. A little tradition we've got going where we rock our favorite bands or singers. Can we get a fit check?
Carlos Santana, baby.
Carlos
Can't go wrong.
Santana.
The guy's an icon at our house. That's what's up.
That's right. I've got Nirvana because I randomly went through kind of a punk grunge rock era in like 8th, 9th, and 10th grades back when that was very in. So, you know what? We're rocking and rolling here on a Sunday. Let's get to our first pitch to get you ready for what's to come in the next 30 minutes. The Giants going for their second consecutive series win today. A nice response yesterday in Game 2, Serge, after dropping the series opener.
Well, you said it, girlfriend, right there with an extremely strong performance from Logan Webb on the mound. Two big flies from Rafi Devers, the babyface assassin there. The Giants put themselves in a position to win the series today. Can we get a repeat performance? Let's talk about it.
On Rafael Devers' bobblehead night, too. We have to mention that. All right, well, today we've got two elite lefties squaring off for the Giants. It's Robbie Ray. For the Braves, Chris Sales, who's aging like Benjamin Button, Sergio.
I mean, lots of grunts, lots of high-octane competitiveness on full display today, that's for sure. As a fan of some old-school pitching battles, especially with some highly passionate, uber-competitive starters like these guys, today's going to be a delightful performance.
It is also getaway day. The Giants look to close out this homestand on a high note before heading to Arizona. Coming up, we hear from Bryce Eldridge in the latest edition of Kylan's Quick Hits. Plus, a big change to the starting lineup today. We're going to show you that after this. Giants.
Toyota's 4th of July sales event is on now. Check out 21 high.
The Giants and Braves getting ready to square off at Oracle Park on this Sunday. Giants rookie Bryce Eldridge does have the day off after consistently starting these last few weeks. He had a big double yesterday, ended up scoring after a Drew Gilbert sac fly in the 5-0 win. I chatted with Bryce about his welcome to the show moment, who his mentor is on this Giants team, and so much more in this edition of Kylan's Quick Hits. All right, Bryce, hard-hitting questions for you in Kylan's Quick Hits. We appreciate the time. What's your favorite emoji?
The sideways laughing one. I think the regular laughing emoji, I think that's out of style.
What's your favorite holiday?
Probably Halloween. I feel like that's around my birthday. It's great weather. I like dressing up in like a goofy outfit or something, so that's fun.
Since you brought up outfits, what's your best ever Halloween costume?
Probably last year I was walking around with my brother. I was the man in the yellow hat, the Curious George guy. So picture like a 6'7" guy wearing a 2 feet tall hat. So that was probably my best one.
Dude, you must have gotten so many weird looks in the street, just being as tall as you are with a giant hat.
A lot of people told me I was their favorite costume of the night, so that was fun.
Now wait a second, when did you wear the chicken costume?
I was in high school. That was kind of like the day of Halloween. I went to Party City, and it was like the only thing I could find, so I looked pretty goofy being a 6'7" chicken.
That's
so
hilarious.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Got a couple this or that questions for you. Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Going out or staying in?
Staying in.
Crunchy peanut butter or smooth? Think wisely.
Smooth.
Window or aisle seat?
It depends how much legroom I got, because if I don't have a lot of legroom, I like the aisle so I can stretch out. But
True.
If I'm on the window and I don't have much room, I can kind of like lay my head onto it and like rest my head. So I'll say that.
I guess I never thought about that with your height. Like, when's the last time you flew commercial? How do you fit in the seats?
In AAA, and the answer is I don't fit in the seats. I have to upgrade or, get first class or the exit row or whatever it is. I got to get more legroom.
Who on this team as a veteran has kind of taken you under their wing or maybe given you the most advice as you've, gotten more comfortable now or really raking here at the big league level?
Chapman has been amazing to me every single day, no matter if I have a great day or a bad day. And, he's always there to tell me I'm having great at-bats. Keep going, keep going.
2 nights ago, he strikes out to end the game, and he's a little bummed out. And he's sitting in his chair, and we're talking a little bit after the game and just talking about how he's going to get so many more opportunities like this, to just keep keep going and be ready for the next opportunity. And then sure enough, he comes up today and hits a walk-off grand slam.
Unbelievable. That is truly unbelievable.
Just excited to see what the future holds for him.
Going back to spring training, you got to meet one of your idols in the game in Philly star Bryce Harper when your team faced Team USA in an exhibition. I know you've talked a little bit about it in articles, but like, what are some of your favorite memories from that? And did he give you any advice? Kind of what were the conversations like when you got to meet Bryce?
Yeah, it was awesome. I felt bad because I completely interrupted a conversation that he was having with someone else, but I had to run inside to get ready for the game. But yeah, I mean, obviously growing up in DC and being a young guy, same name, you know, he hits lefty. I remember his birthday is like a few days after mine, so it was like I idolized him. You know, I wanted to hit like him. I wanted my stance to be like his. And you know, I had a moment where I was in LA and I had my first career hit, was a double off the wall in Dodger Stadium, and I remembered that was his first hit, was a double off the wall at Dodger Stadium, and he was 19, I was 20, so that was a cool like full circle moment. But he was just telling me to keep having fun, and he appreciated that, you know, I had followed him for so long, and I think he thought that was very cool, which is, you know, obviously I want to be like that for kids younger than me too. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. What a cool, like you said, kind of full circle parallel moment to then get that double. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Great stuff there. Appreciate Bryce as always. Your Giants starting lineup is brought to you by your California Ford dealers. Matt Chapman leading off today as the Giants are facing a lefty. Luis Arias is batting next, and it was supposed to be Casey Schmidt getting the start in left field, batting third, but he was a late scratch due to illness. We just learned that about 10 minutes ago as we were coming on the air. Victor Barracoto, who was supposed to be in right, moves to left. Jung-Hoo Lee slides over from center field to right, and Jonah Cox gets an unexpected start as a result of Casey Schmidt's illness. The order was shuffled around quite a bit as well due to some of those changes. Then what is this? Elliot Ramos makes his return after missing about 6 weeks with a quad strain. He will DH today. We'll talk more about him later on in the show. But the bat we have to talk about here, Serge, is Rafael Devers, who stole the show yesterday with home runs in back-to-back innings to give the Giants an early lead. He now is 14 on the year. What they going to say when he hits 30 this season? That was your phrase yesterday.
That was my phrase yesterday.
What are they going to say now?
That was my question, because this guy has been steady Eddie his whole career, and he's premier bat. He's shown it, proven it every year, and the power that it was on display. Not only, I mean, he showed us what it's like when he really gets into one right there, driving that ball to center field, and then he showed how strong he is too. Just with a little flick of the wrist, he can drive a ball out of the yard. I mean, about halfway up that foul pole is impressive. There's some Chick-fil-A's handed out there.
That's right. Free Chick-fil-A is always a good thing. So on the positive side, Rafael Devers leads Major League Baseball in doubles, is now on pace for 28 home runs, easily could get to 30. But on the flip side, he's also on pace for the most strikeouts in a season in his career. How does he get that number down? Well,
I think kind of to continue what he's been doing as of late, his strikeouts have been still showing their face in each of these ball games. He has had some multiple strikeout ball games recently, a couple nights ago, to be exact. But you look at his ability to shorten up the swing when he needs to, and become a little bit more defensive, especially when he does fall behind. He has always been known to take some really big swings, aggressive swings, especially early in his at-bats. And when he gets the bat head out there, as he showed, you know, not just in the home runs yesterday, but in the home runs against the A's, where they came back in the second game of that series as well. So you look at the power that's just on full display. I mean, he's got it, and he can be a really instrumental part in a push to the success, towards success and positivity here for this Giants roster. He can be a key cog, and everybody knows who Rafi Devers is, you know, so, and they know he can hit. It's just a matter of him getting it done.
Great job talking about the offense. High five for that, because I know this man is dying to talk about the pitching matchup today, and that is where we go next after a quick break as the Giants look to win the series before hopping on a plane to Scottsdale. Braves lefty Chris Sale has been one of the best in baseball. Giants southpaw Robbie Ray, not too shabby either. We break it down after this. Gorgeous day out there at Oracle Park. 70 and sunny for the series finale between the Giants and Braves. Atlanta has struggled with 11 losses in their last 15 games. But if anyone can be the stopper, it's lefty Chris Sales, who is on the bump today. He has a 1.72 ERA in his last 11 starts. Robbie Ray, meanwhile, hasn't allowed an earned run in his last 14 1/3 innings pitched. But let's talk more about Sale, because he is defying the laws of gravity. He's defying the laws of age, father time, all of the things. Fourth best ERA in MLB among qualified starters, 37-year-old Cy Young winner, 9-time All-Star. And you look at the starters all time, or at least since 2007, with a sub-2.50 ERA at the age 37 plus. He is on an elite list there. Sergio, I made the joke about him aging like Benjamin Button, but seriously, he's been dealing this season. The big key has been extra rest. He's averaging around 7 to 10 days between starts versus the regular, but a 97-mile-per-hour fastball on average in the month of June. What is going on?
Well, that's kind of what you said it right. He's even getting extra rest, so therefore he's been extra healthy this season, and that's kind of been the knock on him the last couple seasons. He has fallen a little bit to be injury prone, just a little bit.
By the injury bug, for sure.
Think about it. He's carried such a huge load for such a long time in his career as a starting pitcher, as a true ace. You know, putting up a nice resume to possibly, you know, get a nod to the Hall. That type of career that he's having, you know. But this year, what's been impressive is with this extra help, he's able to max out and empty his tank a little bit more, understanding, knowing that he has all this rest. I mean, granted, he has all these innings pitched. I mean, active third in the league. I mean, this is impressive because he just continues to eat up innings. I mean, I will say 2 starts at Oracle Park. The guy's been nasty, I have to admit. 24 strikeouts in 15 innings. He's a guy that if you get his pitch count up and get him working early and get into that, you get him out of the game early, that's kind of the only real way you beat him, unless he makes a mistake with that breaking ball, and that's not something he's really keen on doing right now.
A note on Sale, he has the best chase rate of his career this season. What pitch has been working best?
It's the slider. It's always been the slider. It's such a big, powerful, fast, very high velocity slider as well, and he can change the spins on it, the speed on it as well, and he can make certain movements with it, throw it on both sides of the plate. The fastball's been as lively as ever. He's got a 2-seam with it that is a couple ticks slower than the 4-seamer, but the fastball at the top of the zone, the slider down underneath to righties, I mean, it's been nasty for him for years, and it continues to be this year.
The Giants offense has their work cut out for them today, that's for sure. But let's flip over to our starter for today's matchup. In our Comcast Business Every Connection, the left-hander Robbie Ray has been awesome in his last 2 outings. You look at the ERA, oh wait, none, 0. He hasn't allowed an earned run. His last start, he threw 8 innings in the series opener against the A's, allowing just 2 hits. Again, 0 earned runs. He did walk 4, it never caught up with him though, 6 Ks in that one. Prior to that, pitched out of the bullpen in Atlanta after a rain delay game was postponed to the next day, so Adrian Hauser couldn't throw again, but 6 1/3 scoreless innings. What has been the key to his recent success?
He's attacking hitters. He's not utilizing the 4-seam fastball as often early in the counts. He's utilizing the 2-seamer. He's getting a lot of bad swings. He's been getting ahead of counts and been a lot more efficient from his pitch count-wise. And then also you see what he's been doing too is that's allowed him to use the 4-seam fastball late in counts, which then not for strikeouts or not to get putouts, but to speed the hitters up, allowing that slider that's been super nasty for him his whole career. It's to be even nastier, and he can throw more with more conviction and big room for error when you speed him up top. You can miss a little bit further out of the zone, in the zone, out of the zone. He's been nasty.
Our official Romo report here. Now, one thing that Robbie Ray said after his last start is that he feels like his pitch mix has been more unpredictable.
Yes.
What does that mean as you look at some of the stuff he's been throwing?
Well, that's kind of what we're getting at. Is you see there's a high increase in the usage of the 2-seamer, the sinker, which that will bring down the usage in the 4-seamer, but allowing them to use the 4-seamer late in these accounts. And then the curveball has been something that has taken a little bit of a bump, and the changeup has taken a bump down. You look at the way he's been flipping it around. The curveball's been used to strikeouts in late in counts, but it's after that 4-seam fastball speeding him up at the top of the zone. He's been uber aggressive into the zone. Yes, he did have 4 walks in his last outing, but they don't hurt him because when he's getting these guys on base, he's been able to focus and really, really bear down and make these quality pitches, knowing that 2-seamer is getting bad contacts for some double plays, that slider's getting some swing and miss, and that 4-seam is super, super lively heavily at the top of the zone.
How deep does he need to go today to give this Giants ball club a chance to win?
I do feel that he kind of does have to go deep into this ball game
right?
again. And I'm at least looking 6 innings. I'm hoping for 6. But if he can push into the 7th and maybe into the 8th inning, at least pitch in the 8th inning, that would be such a huge boost to the confidence of this Giants roster, especially the lineup, understanding that they only really need 1 or 2 runs to come across, especially if he's pitching that late in the game.
Also have to keep in mind that Chris Sale is on the other side, so there may not be a lot of runs on the board.
That's why I would say 1 or 2. I'm looking 1 or 2, and that's probably all you need to get past Sale.
Right, so the longer Robbie Ray can go and keep it a close game would be great. Also save the bullpen a little bit as the Giants get ready to move ahead on a road trip down in Arizona. We do got to step aside for one final break here on Giants Pregame Live. We're getting you closer to first pitch out at Oracle Park between the Giants and Braves. A big day as well as Elliot Ramos makes his return from a pretty long injury. We discuss his impact and hear from manager Tony Vitello when we return. Big day.
Check out 21 hybrid and electrified.
A rubber match on deck today at Oracle Park. The Giants looking to win consecutive series for the first time since late April, and they're getting some reinforcements for today's game, too. Elliot Ramos makes his return after a lengthy IL stint dealing with a quad strain. Manager Tony Vitello shared some insight on Ramos' return today pregame.
I mean, yesterday I think I might have commented just good to have him in the locker room and in the dugout because he's always full energy. The guys love him, and he's competitive too. I mean, he's watching the game and he's into it and seeing different things. But it's way better to have him out on the field. So, and I think, you know, he's done plenty of damage against right-handed pitchers this year and prior years. But, you know, in the Giants organization alone, he's been one of the best guys against lefties. So, good to have a threat in there today against the arm we see.
Elliot Ramos does have kind of an electric personality. He's always fun to interview here on the post-game shows. What does he add to this Giants lineup?
Oh, he does add energy, and he's got a big smile, and his energy is infectious. In that clubhouse, in that dugout, and they're happy to have him back. And to what Vitello said there is he has been, you've seen in the times that you've seen him dressed up in the dugout there rooting his team during his rehab process, during him being on the IL. He has been at the top step, very motivated, and up there locked into the game in these situations. He's a guy who plays hard, you know, a guy who doesn't shying away from playing aggressive and trying to play his game. So he does bring some energy. He does have some pop in the bat, too, against a lefty. I mean, good luck batting him third here. Welcome back. You're batting third against Chris Sale. But if somebody can, you know, rise to the occasion, why not Elliot?
Yeah, Ramos was playing well, too, before he got hurt, batting .298 in his 7 starts before the injury. But it has to be a process to kind of work back to feeling 100% once you get to game action. I know you didn't do that necessarily as a hitter, but what was that process like?
Well, the one thing is you're not going to come back unless you're 100% sure that you are healthy and you can be yourself and play your game.
Sure.
And I do feel that Ramos did take his time. He has been away for 6 weeks, and now that he does feel healthy, he did have a somewhat of a lengthy rehab assignment as well. He played a good amount of ball games just to make sure that he can, you know, play defensively. He can run the bases as freely and as aggressively as ever. And now that he's back, we're looking for a spark plug. And you never know with that, you know, that big old smile of his and his real ability to show up in some key moments. He's going to be a shot in the arm, I bet, for this team.
All right, I'd like to hear it. Ramos hoping to help this Giants ball club win a series against the Braves. Well, it's time now for the changeup where we say hello to our game broadcasters, Dwayne Kuiper and Mike Krukow out at Oracle Park. Great to see you both. We're just talking about Elliot Ramos maybe providing a spark to this lineup going up against Chris Sale, one of the best lefties in baseball. But he is coming back from missing 37 games, Dwayne. Like, what are realistic expectations for Ramos today, and kind of what's the feel around the ball club right now?
Well, I think you guys touched on it. I mean, Chris Sale's probably about the toughest assignment that you're going to get, whether you're coming back like he is or whether you've been healthy the whole season. So, I mean, it's going to be a tough matchup. But look, he's one of those guys that, I mean, Chris Sale makes a mistake, he could run into one, and all of a sudden that changes the game. So the fact that he's one of those hitters that can change the game offensively, then, yeah, you want to have him in the lineup.
Hey, Kruk, we're talking about Elliot Ramos and the Giants having to face a tough matchup against Chris Sale today. But The Braves, they're facing no slouch themselves. Robbie Ray has been on fire lately, and he has credited to being more unpredictable with his pitch selections. That sinker, he's been utilizing it a lot more. The curveball for some strikeouts. What do you think?
Well, it's a funny thing about mechanics, because when you don't have good mechanics, if you've got 5 pitches, only 2 may show up, and they may be kind of lazy. You don't know. That's why you struggle. But when your mechanics are right, you get a feel for all of your pitches, which means you can rely on any one of those situations to use any one of your pitches. And you can ride a pitch. You can throw that curveball 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 times. Same thing now with a sinker. He's so established with the four-seam fastball and the slider that he can throw his other pitches. And the beautiful thing about it is he can throw them in any counts right now. That's how much his mechanics have improved, and that's how much confidence he has.
The mechanics improved, and a lot of grunts was the one thing that Sergio predicted today.
A lot of grunts, high-octane competitiveness, that's for sure.
All right, we're looking forward to it. We'll pass it off to you guys. Have a great call. Awesome to chat, as always.
All right, thanks, Kylan. Well, look, Robbie Ray faced these Atlanta Braves just a little over a week ago. And in that outing, he came in. Remember, that was the game that was suspended, and he came back the next day. And he threw great. He threw 6 1/3, only allowed 2 hits and no runs. So now you face this team really quick again. Who has the advantage in this?
Well, obviously they're going to have a familiarity with the pitches that he had in Atlanta, so they'll know what to expect, what to look for. But with Robbie Ray, he's got so much deception, and when he's locating his fastball in on righties, and he's effectively pitching across the letters with that fastball, and he's getting all 3 of his specialty pitches over, he's not going to be easy, and that's just the beauty of Robbie Ray. So I really think it's going to be a well-pitched, low-scoring game today. That's what I'm trying to say.
Do all the little things, correct?
You got to do the little things. You got to catch the ball. You got to hold runners on well. You got to block. You got to hit cutoff men. Whoever plays the cleanest game in regards to 90 feet, they're going to win that ball game.
Yeah, and it might be 2-1 or 3-2, but we'll see. Should be fun today here on this really beautiful Sunday afternoon. All right, stay tuned when we come back. We'll have the lineups and the first pitch right after this.
We are closer than you think. Be a wildlife defender. Learn more at defenders.org.
NBC Sports Bay Area is available on Peacock. So you can watch the Giants and our pre- and post-game live shows on Peacock with a monthly subscription. Scan the code or go to the website to learn more.
Sunday afternoon baseball here at Oracle Park. And today, the Giants and Braves meet in the final game of the series, and it's right here on NBC Sports Bay Area. Game time weather is brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. It's a little warmer today than usual, 71, and the wind's still pretty brisk.
15-mile-an-hour winds are pretty heavy for an afternoon, because normally from here, between here and 4 o'clock, they will pick up, which means that you're going to get some wind that affects the game. And right now you're getting some help in all the fields, which means carry to right field, which we have not seen in this series yet.
All right, let's take a look at the Braves lineup, who come in first place in the National League East. They're 4 games up on the Phillies. It'll be Dubon, Harris, and then Ozzie Albies. Matt Olson, he just plays every day. He'll be the cleanup hitter, followed by Baldwin Riley and the former Giant Joey Bart. Eli White gets a start. He's in right field hitting 8th, and Hassan Kim will play short.
On the hill today for the Giants will be the veteran Robbie Ray. Robbie Ray, 6'2", 220-pounder. He's 34 years of age, and he is in his 12th year at the big league level. 6-6 on the year with a 3.70 ERA, but of the last several starts, I mean, he has found his rhythm. And when he finds his rhythm, it is a different guy. And let's take a look at our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud on Robbie Ray. 4-seam fastballs just about most of the time, although he started to throw more sinkers. And that's significant because it's a different look. slider, changeup, curveball, all pitches that he can rely on now in a 3-2 count. And if he finds one he likes, he may ride it 4 or 5 times in a row.
So here's Dubon to lead things off. And the Giants lefty kicks and throws, and it's very high. So we get started on time at 105. Dubon hitting at 267 as he shoots this one to the left of Adames, and that's how this game gets started. He hit the ball well.
Let's take a look at the Giants defense. It's brought to you by Walk-Up Personal Injury Law. Starting in the outfield from left to right, it will be Barracoto, Cox, and Lee, the best arm in left field. Adames and Chapman on the left side of the infield. Arise and Devers on the right side. Eric Haas, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs.
Haas went over to back up first and left something behind. So here's Michael Harris sitting at right at 300. And the pitch is wide. Harris in the series is 2 for 10. Does have a lifetime home run against Robbie Ray. And he takes low again, 2-0. The Braves have lost 5 of 6. They will head home after the game. Three and 0. All right. We can look at our umpires.
Willie Traynor played umpire today. Brendan Miller will be at first base. John Tumpane at second. Chris Conroy, the crew chief, will be over at third today.
Chapman on the backhand. And a perfect throw.
Tell you what, 2 good defensive plays in the infield to open up this game. And you didn't have a lot of time to get in position. This ball was smashed. Just a quick step and a half to a backhand, and winds up being an easy throw because he had all the time in the world. But boy, that's a soft-handed play on a smash.
Here's Ozzie Albies, who doesn't waste any time as he fouls this one out of play.
Willie Traynor, the plate umpire, is a tight strike zone, which is kind of unusual because he used to be a pitcher in college. UCSB and Cal State Dominguez. One of the tightest strike zones in all of baseball.
Well, if you're going by that, then Brendan Miller over there must be a former hitter.
Well, he's got a good zone. You think it'd be the opposite. You think that an umpire who was a hitter would have a small strike zone.
This is rolled foul. What the Braves have done is really started out great. They've cooled off. But when you start out great, you can hit a few bumps in the road and your record's still going to be very respectful. Got him. So 2 nice defensive plays and a strikeout, and now the Giants are coming up.
Toyota's fourth
game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Francisco Giants Baseball Club, LLC.
The Braves go down 1-2-3 in the top of the first inning. So here's the Giants, and let's take a look at Tony Vitello's lineup. It'll go like this. It'll be Chapman in the leadoff spot. There was some movement in this lineup right towards the end of our pregame show. Arise, then Ramos. Devers will be the cleanup hitter. Adames, Barracoto, Jung-Ho Lee will hit 7th, Haas 8th, and Cox will hit 9th. So here's Chapman. And Chapman doesn't waste any time. 1 pitch, 1 out.
On the hill today for the Atlanta Braves will be the left-hander Chris Sale. 14th starts this year. He's 8-5 with a 2.14 ERA. He's a big fella, 6'6", 180-pounder, 37 years of age, and he's in his 17th or 16th year at the big league level, getting close to 17.
Here's Arise, thinking all the way. Takes a strike, 2 for 13. Lifetime Arise against Sale. And a couple of hits in this series, 2 for 7. Out of play, and it's nothing at 2.
Let's take a look at the Braves defense. It's brought to you by Walk-Up Personal Injury Law. Starting in their outfield from left to right will be Dubon, Harris, and White. Best arms are in left and in center field. Kim and Riley on the left side of the infield. Albies and Olson on the right side. Joey Bart, our old pal, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs.
And a base hit to right field.
He can hit. And he got a pretty good pitch to hit. It was a hanging breaking ball. Let's take a look at the StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud on Chris Sale. He's a high sidearm delivery with a slider that is very, very similar to that of the Hall of Famer Randy Johnson. You throw that 40% of the time. The four-seamer, he'll throw it 40% of the time. He also has a changeup and a sinker just to stay in shape. And the four-seamer, it'll average 96, but he can heat it up 98, 99.
Here's Ramos. Ramos drives one down the right field line, but it's going to slice foul. Well, I can see the scouting report already.
Well, I mean, there's a reason for that. Opponent's hitting .353 on the first pitch off a Sale this year. So he likes to get a quick strike, and guys don't like to be in 2-strike counts against him. They're going to try and take advantage of that first pitch.
Close to the same spot, but this one get a little further.
Sale lifetime against the Giants 2-0 with a 1.33 ERA in 4 starts. And in 27 innings, he's walked 5 and he struck out 40. Other than that, he's pretty average.
Don't give him a chance to strike you out.
Well, that's the other thing, too. I mean, from a guy with a high sidearm delivery, those guys are not usually known for great command. He has great command. He'll pitch above the hands against right-handers as good as anybody. And he indeed went.
Here's Devers. The ball's going to strike to Rafi Devers. 3 for 7 in the series. And an emergency swing. Sale and Devers both with the Red Sox at the same time. Doesn't make it any easier, and it doesn't make it any harder. It's probably a lot made out of nothing when it comes to who has an advantage over the other.
Unless you don't like the guy. Then that changes things, at least for the pitcher. Makes it easier to pitch inside.
Good take at 95, 2-2.
If you like the guy, he's a guy you spent time with when you were teammates, it makes it tough to pitch inside.
This is going to carry out to Harris, and that'll end the inning. Nothing.
Francisco. It's one national park site with endless possibilities. Plan your visit at presidio.gov.
Back inside the ballpark, Robbie Ray going after Matt Olson. And Olson takes a strike. Olson has had a good series. He's 4 for 8. That's his average right at 270. He's got lots of power. He's got 20 home runs. And he's in a good ballpark for a left-handed hitter. Not this one. The ballpark in Atlanta. One and two.
Good slider. Good location. Walt Weiss, the skipper of the Atlanta Braves.
Rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year when he was with the A's. Part of that 1988 World Championship team. Good player, smart player.
2 and 2.
Yeah, that 88 A's team, you had all kinds of problems at the top of the lineup, middle of the lineup. Then you get down to the bottom of the lineup. The last three guys, they had Walt Weiss, and they had Terry Steinbeck, and gosh, I can't think of the third
Sometimes
baseman.
Tony Phillips.
B.I., who is it?
Swing and a miss. Well, score big on Authentic Gear at MLBshop.com. You get jerseys, memorabilia, hats, hoodies. Visit MLBshop.com. This is the official source for all your San Francisco Giants gear.
By the way, it's Carney Lansford, the other guy.
There's a shot. Caught by Chapman, who right now is a vacuum cleaner over there at third.
Well, yes, he is. And right now, I mean, you got to be on your toes if you're on defense. Guys are being really aggressive with both pitchers early in the count. Second time that a left-hander has gone the opposite way, and that had Slice going away from Matt Chapman. A high backhander spears it. Good play.
Riley with a swing and a miss. Riley 1 for 7 in this series. 2 for 10 lifetime against Robbie Ray. And a pop-up. Ralphie Devers gets to do the pop-up dance, and that'll end the inning. So the defense shines again. Giants are coming up. Home half of the second inning as you look inside of beautiful Oracle Park. Looks brand new.
Hard to believe this is the 27th season.
Yeah. Opens up a breaking ball to Willie Adames. Adames has had the strangest numbers against Chris Sale. He's 1 for 14 with 7 strikeouts. But guess what the one hit was?
Home run.
So we like to say Adames has got ownage on Chris Sale. There's a high fastball. Adames with 14 on the year, home runs. Slowly hit. Ownage is ownage.
That's exactly right. That is exactly right. Well, Riley was playing deep. A 2-strike count, and this is just a swing and bunt. It had to be perfect, and he couldn't get a grip on it, so we'll never know about the throw. Giants will take it, leadoff hitter.
Here's Victor Barracoto. As I was about to say, he's not going to wait around.
No, that's a scout report. Sale's coming at you early, and the best strike you're going to see is probably going to be on the first pitch. Get after it.
On 1. Lifted out into shallow right field. This is Eli White who'll put it away. And here's Jung Woo, who is looking for his first hit in this series.
I was looking forward to his at bat, him and Arise, how the two left-handed hitters are going to face Sale and how they would do. I mean, as hot as both Arise and Jung Hoo Lee have been, thought this would be interesting matchups.
Spanish audio is available on the SAP channel. Jung Hoo 0 for 8 in the series. Sale kicks it around and recovers in time to get the 1 out. May have actually had a double play. So here's Eric Haas. So the Giants will have an at bat with a runner in scoring position. Take as many of those as you can in a game against someone like Chris Sale.
Pretty good speed at second with Willie Adames. He's going to get a 2-out jump. But a reminder that you've got cannons in left field and in center field, and one of the best assist arms in the league in right field with Mike Yastrzemski.
So quick 0-2.
I think I said it was Mike Yastrzemski in right field today. It's Eli White. They didn't want the left-handed hit.
They end up saying the same thing about Eli White. So Haas stays alive.
All right, I'm looking at Eli White, above average. So you got great arms across the board.
Yeah, you see, you weren't wrong. Haas in a battle. Well, he sneak attacks you then, doesn't he?
He really does. And you can just tell the way that Haas received that ball that he didn't see it and he didn't get off a swing.
1-2.
I don't know how you lay off that one.
Yeah, that was off the knuckles for me.
I mean, he's a little bit lower with his arm slot than Randy Johnson was, but the slider is just late, quick, and huge. Very, very similar to Randy Johnson's.
It's a 98-mile-an-hour fastball.
You'll see him cruise around 95, 96, and then when he gets you into a 2-strike, that's when he reaches back and he elevates.
Pretty good battle right now.
He's making great pitches. That was not a comfortable take. Show you the high sidearm delivery. He's really low. but with a high hand position, which gives him tilt on that slider. Great at bat.
Well, here comes the kid.
And we see him take a lot of first pitch strikes, and I don't think it's going to be the case today.
Well, if you get something to hit, take a whack at it.
Sale 8 for 8 first pitch strikes today, first time through the lineup.
No balls and 1 strike.
9 for 9.
Well, he's not messing around with Jonah Cox.
2 big fastballs right by him.
Up and in, it's 1-2. Top of the order on deck, that would be Matt Chapman. And that'll end the inning. 3rd inning coming up.
ERA this month in the National League, well, that would be Logan Webb on top of the heap, 0.71. Jacob Mizorowski, Foster Griffin, Max Meyer, and in 5th place, Robbie Ray at 180. Those guys have had great months. Probably going to be between Logan Webb and Jacob Mizorowski for pitcher of the month.
No. So here's Joey Bart. This will be Joey Bart's first at bat in the series. This one into center field, but in the park to Jonah Cox. Well, get your crew, come on out for a group outing at Oracle Park, groups of 15 or more. They're going to receive a 20% discount on tickets plus special perks. Starts at $25 in the upcoming series against, well, this is the series. Buy online at sfgiants.com/groups. If that's the case, come on out. You got 7 more innings.
Well,
there's a pitch that's wide.
Halfway into you reading that, I'm going, well, isn't that today?
Get in the car. Pack it up.
We've got room.
Eli White goes around. It's 1-2.
Hey, you never know what promo you're going to get. It's like a box of chocolates.
Well, and you know what? I mean, truth be known, you and I fight over him.
Yeah.
This is a shot on one hop. Adames does a wide thing to charge it, and he knows the speed of Eli White in a nice play.
Yeah, you can't double punt if you got Eli White coming down the lane. And he's running from the right side, too. I mean, this boy can fly. That's a one-hopper. And Willie Adames knew right away he had to get rid of it quickly, and he does.
Here's Kim, and Kim hits the first pitch way out into right center field, and Cox will call off John Hooley, and a 1-2-3 inning, 9 up, 9 down for Robbie Ray. Listen to the NBC Sports Giants Talk podcast, and it's presented by Mancini Sleep World. Top of the order for the Giants, and that would be Matt Chapman, who saw one pitch and popped out in the first inning. So there's a first pitch ball. And a shot up the middle for a base hit. Well, keep getting that leadoff hitter on. You might get something like a crooked number up there.
A little fastball right in the inside corner, just above the knee. I think that's where most guys would say they like it.
So here's Ariza, who lays down a bunt, and he bunts it foul.
Just trying to take it with him down the first base line. Not a bad idea with Sale, the left-hander, falling off towards the third base line. Did you like the bunt twice in the same at bat?
You know what? I never minded it. I mean, it does take a little bit of the surprise away. But here's the 0-1, and he bunts it again. And Sale is going to go to second. They get one there, but not at first.
It's one thing about Sale that, you know, a lot of people don't know. I mean, he's a good athlete. He can field his position. You got to remind yourself, he's 6'6", 180 pounds. But, I mean, he moves off that mound well. Perfect strike.
Here's Ramos. Ramos takes low.
I miss this guy. I missed 37 games.
Yeah, that's a lot. When he injured it, you thought, well, it's not going to be that long. It turned out to be too long. Big chopper to short. Kim will get one there, and that's all. So here's Devers. Round two between two old teammates. Devers hit a fly ball to center field in the first. Well, you think he went after that one?
He sold out on that one.
Checking his vertebrae.
Let it go. And he just missed it.
He did.
Now here comes a barrage of sliders.
It's 0-1. Oh, 2.
All right, time now for Home Depot getting it done. Rafael Devers' percentage of home run by direction in his career, well, left field 22%, center field 28%, right field 48%.
I think left field might be a little bit higher.
Most of his home runs go to center field in this ballpark. I mean, he pulled one yesterday. He hit the foul pole in right field. Prior to that, I can't remember pulling one to right field.
1-2. Runner goes, and he got him on a high fastball. We will head to the fourth. With Xfinity Mobile and get Wi-Fi plus 5G that won't strike out. Xfinity, imagine that. Imagine that view. Top of the order, here's Dubon. Down low. bunt, rolled out to Willie Adames, who made a nice play going to his left. The 1-0. Shot up the middle. This time it's a rise on the backhand.
Nice play. So you can add a rise on the list of infielders that have made nice plays in this ball game behind Robbie Ray, and he makes it look easy.
Harris hit a ball that Chapman made a nice play on in the first inning. One ball and one strike. Here's the 1-1. Tapped. And wow, close. Got him.
Another good defensive play. All right now it's time for pitching decisions presented by Sage. In the top of the first inning, Robbie Ray struck out Ozzie Albies on 4 pitches. A knuckle curveball, he fouled it off. Then a changeup, he got a ball called. Then he fouled off a changeup, and then he threw a sinker, and he just breaks him down. He was thinking off speed, and that is a trip back to the dugout. See ya.
Here's Albies. And Albies takes wide. Albies struck out to end the first. Work for Adames on a grass cutter, and that'll end the inning. Giants are coming up. Booth presented by Lazy Boy. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. To my left is Mike Krukow and Mike. Is this one of your kind of games?
Well, it is. I mean, I like a fast-paced game. I like pitchers throwing strikes. I like strike one. But I love watching defense. And the defense today has been really, really good from both clubs. So, yeah, my kind of game.
All right. That's what I thought. I knew the answer, but I thought I'd ask. Adames is going to lead things off. He's got a hit in this game. Oh, 0-1. 0-2. All right, a little meeting with himself, Willie Adames.
Chris Sale may have, he may lead the leagues on opposing hitters having meetings with themselves during their at-bats.
All right.
He's just got nasty stuff.
1-2. I think the guys that probably give Sale a little bit harder time would be guys he doesn't know, like the guy on deck.
Good point.
Got him. Round 2 goes to Chris Sale.
Yeah, I think too about his breaking ball is he can add and subtract speed with it. So here's a guy who's got one of the best breaking balls, one of the biggest breaking balls, and he can spot on both sides of the plate, and he can add and subtract speeds. That's rare.
High fastball, 1 ball and no strikes. Little flare, and this one's going to fall. All of a sudden, that ball got heavy. It just started to fall.
Well, a good pitch from Sale. I mean, he ran it up the bat. Just gives you an idea of how strong Barry Cotto is, that he doesn't have to hit the ball on a bad part of the bat and expect to have a pop up to the infielder. He's got strength to get it out there between the infielder and the outfielder. He gets himself a big league knock.
Here's Jung-Hoo Lee. And he rolls this one. And that's 1. And 2. That's it.
Well, they're going to contest this.
Well, no, I mean, he didn't tag the bag. If he tags the bag, yeah, then you can go back. So that'll be a double play, and that'll end the inning.
Well, SpongeBob SquarePants visits the Giants in July on Sunday, July 12th. First 20,000 fans will receive a SpongeBob SquarePants hat presented by Super Duper Burgers. Go to sfgiants.com/promotions.
First pitch is just a bit high to Matt Olson. It's a 0-0 ball game here in the 5th. The Atlanta Braves have not had a base runner.
Pitch is the 34th pitch of the game for Robbie Ray here in the 5th inning.
Get up the middle. And there's your broadcaster's jinx. Here's the Barracuda play that ended the inning.
Gets the force at second. And they come back and they get the force at first. I mean, Barracuda play is great if the first baseman steps on the first base first. Then he comes back down, but
that takes the force off.
But it seemed like a good idea at the time.
One ball and no strikes. Baldwin lined out to Matt Chapman, who made a great play at third. Here he shoots this one. And guess who's there? It's Barracuda. Austin Riley popped out to Rafi Devers, and he takes low. Swing. And gonna miss to even the count.
Ooh, he is trying to hit that over the Coke bottle in left field.
Which, by the way, has never been done.
Nobody's ever hit the Coke bottle. Not in batting practice, not in a game, not ever. No. We thought when this place got built that somebody was going to hit one off the glove or the bottle. Think again.
2-1. Cox is acting like he can't see it, which is really bugging me.
Yeah, I wasn't exactly digging that myself. I know one thing, it increases the heart rate of the guy on the mound when he does that. I don't wait.
Yeah,
no.
or the guys next to you who all of a sudden now they got a high tail it. but not a problem. Here's Joey Bart. Bart takes down low.
Bart traded over from the Pirates to the Braves earlier this year, which is really great for him because he's coming home to Georgia, where he's from.
Matt Olson with a couple of steals. And it's blown away, 2-0. Pitch. And a high pop-up alphabet at Joey Bart, and it's fouled on the right field line and out of play.
Joey Bart is 5th year at the big league level. 29 years of age. Look at the lovers.
They're going to go for a ride. First, this 2-1 pitch to Joey Bart. It's going to carry, but it's hit towards the end of the bat, and Barracodo puts it away. All right, bottom of the 5th coming up.
Two years ago today, Brett Wisely walked off the Dodgers with a 2-run homer off Blake Trinan, and the Giants beat LA 5-3. Wisely's walk-off came just hours after the Giants announced the passing of the great Orlando Cepeda.
There's the Chacha number 30.
The baby bull.
That number never to be worn again by a Giants player. Is Eric Haas is going to lead things off. Haas had a long at bat and eventually took a walk.
And it was a great at bat. He had to grind to get it.
Out in front.
The thing about the walk that he had against Sell is that all 4 of the balls that were called were not comfortable balls. Not easy takes. You mentioned that plate umpire Willie Traynor has a pretty tight strike zone. It was really evident in that last matchup between Sell and Eric Haas. And he's been true to the scout report. He's been tight, but he's been consistent.
Right behind in the count now is Haas, 1-2. With the back foot.
I mean, when you're in the batter's box and you're facing that type of slider, like Randy Johnson's slider, it kind of feels like you're trying to hit a pitch with somebody throwing it from first base to the home plate. It's got that much angle to it.
Got him on the swing and a miss. 5 strikeouts.
All swing and miss, strike 3s. Let's take a look at the payout pitch. Just blow cheese right through him.
See what the kid can do. Cox had trouble with the fastball his first time up.
Now, if he's not hitting the fastball, he's going to see a lot of them.
Tried to bunt. 0-2. And a high pop-up foul. Got to play again. Don't put up a fight, kid.
He's in the swing mode.
Another 0-2 pitch. And he stays alive. Get some pitches out of this tough left-hander, Chris Sale.
Next pitch will be number 60. Which is still good. I mean, you want to be 75 or less after the 5th inning.
One and two. Got him. Chases the high fastball, 6 strikeouts.
And when you throw it from the high sidearm delivery, I mean, in the eye of the hitter, it looks like that's a rising fastball. Really tough to get your top hand covering it.
Chapman takes a breaking ball for a strike. Chapman with a base hit in the 3rd. Swing and a miss. Nothing in 2. A rise awaiting on deck, and it's a high fastball.
One thing about being a team that's facing Chris Sale, I mean, it is the topic in the dugout before the game, 5 days prior, 2 weeks out. He's one of those guys, when you are playing the Braves, you start counting back about a month to see if he's going to be in one of those 3 games you're going to play. And then you start thinking about it. That's how good this guy's been. That's how nasty his stuff is.
Got him. Strikes out the side. He's got 7. We'll head to the 6th. Your purchase of a Giants ticket for a limited time. Special tickets against the Jays, Angels, Brewers include the Coors Light. Summer Brews, baseball, tickets starting at $19. SFGiants.com/beer. Here it's 0-1 to Eli White in a 0-0 ball game. Down low. White grounded out, made it close at first, but he was thrown out by Willie Adames. And it rolls a foul. It's 1-2.
Change up. I mean, he hasn't forgotten any of his pitches. It's 48 pitches in the 6th inning. And we've seen him hit 48 pitches in the 2nd inning when his mechanics were screwed up.
hit high.
And he locked into his set of mechanics his last outing against Atlanta in Atlanta, and he went 6 1/3. He allowed 97 pitches that game, but this is really the first time that he was in control of all of his pitches, had his weapons, could throw strikes with him in any count. Whatever he discovered prior to that start in Atlanta, I mean, he's carried it into this start.
And he's going to shoot one into right field on a 3-2 pitch for a base hit.
And that means speed is on the base pass.
So the second inning in a row, the leadoff hitter has reached. Here's Hassan Kim. You see Kim bunt. And it's high. Ball and no strikes. And a quick toss, and White gets back. White's got 3 steals. He hasn't been caught.
Robbie Ray's got a good move. He's not an easy guy to get a jump on. White's got a big lead.
There's a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Against lefties, guys with speed who are base stealers, they'll get a long lead, and then they just go on first move.
Now he goes. And the throw is tardy.
And Eli White did that very thing. I mean, he really got extended up. That's a big lead, and he's just going on first move. If Robbie Ray had thrown over, he would have not stopped. He'd have been headed towards second.
Two and one.
Comes a strikeout situation now with Kim.
Probably. I'd say probably the chance he might bunt again, but he didn't. It's 2 and 2. Out of play. All right, full count.
And this becomes the biggest pitch in the game. Oh, thought he had a chance there. Brendan Miller, the first base umpire, saying no swing. So the bottom part of the lineup has set it up for the top of the lineup here.
Watching Rafi Devers' reaction, I think he agrees with us.
Yeah,
close.
Almost to the 50-50 zone. I do think that Miller got it correct. He didn't like it though.
Dubon on the first pitch pops it up. Infield fly rule is called, which makes the hitter automatically out.
That'd have been a great time to drop one.
Yeah, you can sometimes trick base runners.
See him shade his face with his glove.
Here's Harris. White was going to go.
I agree with you. And I think if Robbie Ray had come back and with the idea that he was going to make a throw no matter what, they'd have had a chance to get him.
Get up the middle. And Adames is going to make the play. Robbie Ray had that one hit off his body. It may have been a double play if it doesn't hit him, but you know, I'm sure he's not trying to get out of the way. He's trying to catch it.
Well, try and catch it, try and slow it down. He wound up just slowing it down, and he just hit off the thumb of his glove, and a nice readjustment to the route for Willie Adames to get that out. Knocked the glove right off his hand.
So Tony Vitello's going out to the mound with Dave Greshner.
Well, if it hit him on the thumb, I mean, he's feeling it. But it's his glove hand. I mean,
I'm saying this is a good time to use that as an excuse to give him a breather.
And not be charged for a mound visit. There it hits him on the side of the thumb. That hurts. But they ain't going to get him out of a game.
Here's Albies. Good block. 1 ball and no strikes.
Oh, how does a catcher earn his paychecks? Well, you just saw it. Runner at third base, ball bounced way out in front of home plate. You don't know what it's going to do. Is it going to stay down? Is it going to come up? Great play.
On the ground towards the hole. Chapman cuts it off. Side retired. It remains 0-0. All right, our upcoming schedule brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resort. Giants will hit the road after the game. 3 in Arizona, day off, and then they'll have 3 in Denver. So check us out. We'll have them all for you. Here's Arise, who takes a strike. Arise is 1 for 2. Just a bit high. And it's wide. 2-1. Big chopper, foul.
Our ball dude down the first base line was a little disappointed that ball didn't get by him. Steve Sorensen. Been waiting for a play all day. Hadn't been much action. Same for Mario Chavez over at third base side. Slow day for the dudes.
Very entertaining, those dudes. 2-2. And look at this. Look at this. The hit of the year, as far as I'm concerned.
That was a fang right there.
That was the hit of the year.
I think that his hands were connected to his chest. Look at how tight the hands are fighting this one off. I mean, that's a cricket swing right there. So the Giants once again get a leadoff hitter on.
Here's Ramos. In tight.
It's a 2-hit day for Arise against Sale. You can put that on your resume and get a good job.
Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Almost fouls it. Hits it the other way. It's 1-2.
Big hole on the right side. He's got the ability to take advantage of that opening, especially with 2 strikes.
He tries it again, and he fouls it out of play.
He had about 7 games down in Sacramento, and he was swinging the bat well. Hit about 348, 3 doubles, home run.
Line drive, base hit.
All right, time now for plays of the game presented by your California Ford dealers. Last night, Rafael Devers went deep twice, his 22nd career game with 2 homers. Top of the second, he hit his solo shot off of Bryce Elder. Then in the top of the third, he hit a home run off Elder again, and he bounced it off the right-hand foul pole. Devers now has 10 RBIs in the last 10 games. And on your bobblehead night, hitting 2 home runs, well, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yes, indeed. Devers is 0 for 2 against Chris Sale. And he shoots this one foul.
Sale going right at him.
Right at him.
He does not lack for confidence in his stuff.
Rise at second, Ramos at first. Tapper to third. And Riley throws it away. 1 run scores. And the Giants take the lead.
See, when he was making the exchange from the glove hand to the bare hand, there was a little bit of a bobble there. I don't know what kind of grip he had on it. I don't think it was 100%er right there, and he throws low, and Olsen cannot dig it out with a backhand. And there's a break in the action, and it becomes an error that has been the difference in this game so far. Going to rule it a hit and an error on Austin Riley.
No RBI. Here's Adames. Swing and a miss.
You make errors behind a strikeout guy, you throw him right in the strikeout mode. And he's going to try and strike everybody out.
Adames takes down low. Adames had an infield hit in the second. And then Sale did strike him out in the fourth.
A runner at third base, less than 2 outs. I mean, it is a strikeout situation.
Hooked foul. It's 1-2. 33,138 here on this Sunday afternoon. Nice crowd. Been that way the whole homestand. One and two. Very high.
Let's reach back at 99.
Got him.
98. 8th strikeout on the day for Chris Sale, and they've all been swinging missed strike threes.
Here's Barracoto, who dumped a single into center field in the 4th inning. So important that you put the ball in play against anybody on the mound right now. Field is in. And the 1-0.
Changeup. It really should be a law against it, but Barracoto just figured out that that may be the best changeup I've ever seen.
One and two. Well, now Sale can pitch for the strikeout.
Well, he hasn't shown him the slider above the belt, which is a big weapon, especially when you put a guy to sleep with the off-speed stuff. It's a strikeout situation for him.
Tap foul.
Another off-speed pitch.
Ramos at third, Evers at first. Got him.
So he stayed with the soft stuff and he gets his 9th strikeout. Again, with a runner at third base and 1 out, that's what he's pitching for. Perfect pitch.
Well, see if John Lee can pick up his teammates. He's 0 for 2. Tight.
Next pitch will be number 90 for Sale.
Hit on the ground, and Albies has got it. Spin, he throws it away. He throws it away. Ramos will score. It's 2-0. Would have been a nice play, but after you catch it, you got to make the throw.
You can see how far Albies has to go to his left to get to this ball. Here's a nice play you're talking about. And he gets up and he just snaps it way wide of the backhand of Olsen. And the Giants take advantage of it. E4.
Single E4. So that would give you an RBI. The error is allowing Jung-Hoo to go to second. That's a tough call for an official score. There's a swing and a miss by Haas.
Michael Duca on this official scoring today.
Giants have 4 hits this inning. 4. And only 1 is left the infield. So you want to know how you try to beat Chris Sale? Infield hits.
And errors.
Got him. And that's going to end the inning.
By Toyota, it has been a pitching duel through 6 full innings of play. Giants on top of the Braves by a score of 2-0. 6 innings. You compare that 8 hits allowed by Chris Sale, just 2 from Robbie Ray. 2 runs, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 10 strikeouts for Sale, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. But look at the pitch count for Robbie Ray, 62 pitches. And we go to the top of the 7th with the Giants on top, 2-0.
Matt Olson will lead things off. Olson's got 1 of the 2 hits for the Atlanta Braves. And here he takes a pitch at the knees for a strike.
First time he's used that big knuckle curveball to steal a strike on the first pitch. Great time for it. That's the thing we saw in these last 2 starts of Robbie Ray. He's used all his pitches. I mean, there have been times when he doesn't throw many changeups, but times that he'd throw 15 of them. Same thing with the curveball. It just depends what's working that day, what feels good to him.
How to play.
There have been times he has 5 pitches that he only has command of 2 of them. So 3 he can't throw because he doesn't know if he can throw for a strike. Well, not in the groove he's been in these last 3 starts. Been throwing everything with confidence.
2-2. And a full count. He's issued 1 walk. He issued a walk to Hassan Kim in the 6th inning. So let's see if Olson gets something to hit here. 3-2. And he slams one into left field for a base hit.
Well, nice at bat. Robbie Ray couldn't walk him, not with a 2-0 lead. He had to make him swing the bat. And a nice opposite field approach for Olson. Just good control of the bat head. His team needs base runners, and that's what he gave them.
Well, 3 hits, and they've all let off an inning. Here's Baldwin, who's had good at bats in this game. Rolls this one to second. Arise has got 1, and the throw will be late. Got to be hit a little harder, and Drake Baldwin's got to be a little older as a catcher.
Yeah, he's still got some pop in his legs. He gets down that line well for a catcher. Of course, he's DHing today, but hey, I don't care. Still fast.
Here's Austin Riley. Reminds us that we love to tell the story of Bruce Bochy saying, yeah, we're going to give Buster a day off today. We're going to play him at first.
Which ticked off every first baseman that ever played the position at any level.
0-1 to Riley. 0-2 to Riley. Yeah, I can see JT Snow squirming somewhere. Buster did a good job at first.
He really did. I mean, you know, there's that one game at Florida State when he was playing in college. He played every position.
Yeah.
And apparently from his coach said he could play them all.
If I remember, there's a highlight of one of Lincecum's no-hitters. He was playing first.
That's right. Eli Whiteside was catching. Or was it Hector Sanchez?
It might have been Hector. 1-2. Foul back. Riley's got some heavy swings going right now. One out, one on. Chasing and hustling in is Jung-Hoo Lee. And he'll make the catch.
By the way, it was Hector Sanchez who caught that second no-hitter from Tim Lincecum. The one that didn't require 148 pitches.
That's right. It was a ground ball to Joe Panik that may have been the final out. I don't know. We've had so many no-hitters. They just kind of all run together. Joey Bart takes down low. One ball and no strikes. Bart with a swing, ain't gonna miss.
Good changeup. I mean, the knuckle curveball and the changeup have been big pitches this third time through the lineup for Robbie Ray.
Jung-Hoo Lee. Side retired. Couple of pop-ups to end the seventh. Giants are coming up.
This telecast is brought to you by Toyota, class-leading MPG and more hybrid models than any other brand. Toyota, let's go places. By Provident Credit Union, make life easy. And by Stanford Healthcare.
Well, add a new Aloha shirt to your wardrobe on Saturday, July 11th. The first 20,000 fans will receive a Gigantes Aloha shirt presented by Topo Chico Hard. Enjoy Latin music and culture throughout Oracle Park all day long as the Giants take on the Rockies. Go to sfgiants.com/fiesta.
Giants leading 2-0. Time for a change. Switch to Comcast Business for all in connection and protection your small business can rely on.
New pitcher now for Atlanta is going to be Didier Fuentes, 25th appearance for Fuentes. He's a hard thrower. You're going to see a fastball almost 70% of the time. His other pitch that he throws a lot is a slider. He's got a curveball, a changeup. You won't see much. Pretty much fastball slider. But at the tender age of 21 years of age and a rookie, he has got a big-time fastball, and he's proud of it.
Well, it's going to be Drew Gilbert who's going to pinch hit. Really fascinating start by Chris Sale, who struck out 10.
Well, he came as advertised. I mean, he was phenomenal, and his defense really let him down today. But the Giants were right there to take advantage of it.
And Robbie Ray has done everything he can to have it a pitcher's duel against Chris Sale. So here's Gilbert facing the hard thrower, Fuentes. And he was ready for it.
Yeah, this game really came as advertised with Sale and Robbie Ray, that both guys coming in really pitching well. And it was a duel.
High to Gilbert, 2 balls and a strike.
But you know what? You get 2 Cy Young Award winners going after each other. That's how it should be.
Kind of expected. on the inside corner. 2-2 to Gilbert.
No jacket. Just wrap a towel around the soup bone. Go get him.
And Gilbert comes through with a base hit.
Nice at bat. Well, 2-2 count. It's a pretty big chunk of the strike zone. He comes right at him at the belt, and he goes right back up the middle with it. The easiest place to defend is between the belt and the letters on your chest.
Here's Chapman. Chapman. Maybe ideas of going the other way. Fouls it out of play. 1 for 3. Sharply under the glove of Riley and down the left field line. Gilbert will be held up at third. It's a double.
Nobody out. Gary Pettis putting up the stop sign early.
Oh, he hit that ball hard.
A little bit of a hanging breaking ball, and he just spins on it. Well, you make mistakes up to him right now, he makes you pay. That's just got whack me written all over it. And he rakes it right past Riley that never got his glove in position to touch it.
So here's Arise. Arise has a couple of hits. And tight, 2-0.
And Arise, if he senses a guy's got a little problem with his release, he'll let the guy dig a hole. He is not in any hurry, and he certainly is not afraid to hit with 2 strikes.
Ball back, 2-1. No swing. 3-1.
Chris Conroy, the third base umpire, saying no swing.
Very high to right. White back. White catches. Scoring is Gilbert. To third goes Chapman, the perfect out.
And listen to that applause the Giants fans give Arise. They appreciate the effort. That's a big run. And not only does it allow Gilbert to score from third, it moves Chapman up to third.
Well, it's the perfect out. And you're not charged with an at-bat. Infield in for Elliot Ramos. And Ramos takes wide. Ramos had a huge hit in that 6th inning. It was the only hit in that 6th inning that got to the outfield. Devers to follow. He's a really good ball player, that kid. Three and 0.
Braves do have a left-handed pitcher in their bullpen ready to go. This could be the last hitter that Fuentes faces. See Dylan Lee.
And the walk. Yes, are we going to see Walt Weiss? This is how Walt gets his cardio in.
Yeah, well, you're right, man. You get a lot done. Get that heart rate up with the snail walk.
And you know we love Walt Weiss. All right, we got a pitching change. 3 runs on 10 hits for the Giants. And the new pitcher is a left-hander, Dylan Lee, and he's going to go after Rafi Devers with runners at the corners.
Dylan Lee, one of the really big strengths of the Braves bullpen, product out of Fresno State.
An RBI opportunity for Rafi Devers, who's 1 for 3. And he takes high.
Well, they're going to look at that one. First pitch slider.
And does look like
the ball. The catcher's challenging.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. This could very well be a strike.
It looked like it to me.
Call's overturned. Atlanta has 2 challenges remaining.
Dylan Lee's a 3-pitch guy. You're going to see a fastball, slider, and a changeup. He throws that slider more than anything. It's a good one.
Devers just looking at Bart. Swing. You're gonna miss.
And again, slider breaks him down.
Adames to follow. Very high, 1 and 2.
Four-seamer just to cleanse the palate of the eye. I think he wants to get him out with sliders. And ahead in the count 1-2, he doesn't have to throw it in the strike zone, although he's got so much confidence in that slider. I mean, he really isn't afraid to throw it right down the middle. That's how good the break is on that slider.
Got him.
With the fastball. So he gets the strikeout he was pitching for. Well, you can reestablish a pit, put it in the mind of a hitter early in the count, and he did with the slider, and because of it, he's slayed on the fastball.
Here's Adames. Big swing and a miss. Adames a hit in the 2nd inning, and then Chris Sale struck him out the next 2 times up. Out in front, 0-2. Frustrating when you just can't pick that pitch up.
Well, the way they swing at it, it could be a no-doubter.
That'll end the inning. Giants pick up a run. We'll head to the 8th. More than anyone else in the Bay Area, get your forecast anywhere with the NBC Bay Area or Telemundo 48 app. Here's Eli White. We have a couple of new players out on defense for the Giants. This is hit to Chapman, and it's under his glove, and Eli White will be aboard. Schmidt now comes in. He's at short.
Drew Gilbert stays in the game. He's in center field. So
here's Kim. And takes wide. 1 ball and no strikes. 4th inning in a row. The Braves have gotten their leadoff hitter on one way or the other.
Steal situation too. You know, the other thing too, you have a base stealer, and really with a 3-0 lead, Robbie Ray shouldn't even be thinking about it. But he can fracture your concentration, and right now you don't want to give up any free passes to a guy who's hit no 69 to set it up for the top of the lineup.
Comes back in with a strike. It's 2-1.
Kim take it all the way. Dylan Smith, the right-hander. Eric Miller, the left-hander.
Three and one.
And this becomes the biggest pitch of the game for Robbie Ray.
And instead, it'll be a quick toss to first. Three and two.
Kim taking all the way.
Keep an eye on White. And a pop-up. Carries on out to Jung-Hoo Lee. So after falling behind 3-1, nice job by Robbie Ray.
Nice comeback. This was the last pitch to Willie Adames, who walked off not comfortable. He came into the dugout and immediately Casey Schmidt, you can see he said, I'm done. He did something that made him uncomfortable. Schmidt now at shortstop.
Here's Dubon, who takes a strike.
Schmidt originally in the lineup today, but he had some sickness this morning and they scratched him, a late scratch. He was removed from the lineup. He was supposed to be in left field.
One and one. Line drive, fair down the right field line. Jung-Hoo will dig it out. Dubon's got a double.
And a nice opposite field at bat. Outside fastball, and he just goes with it. I mean, that's what Dubon does, has always done. He uses the whole field. So Justin Message comes out. I mean, both pitchers are ready down the bullpen. They're good to go. But as well as Robbie Ray has pitched today, and he's still at 87 pitches on the day, Tony Vitello going to give him another hitter.
Here's Michael Harris. And he takes a pitch high. 1 ball and no strikes. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and a strike. White at third. Dubon at second. Both run very well. Right now, the concern is the guy at the plate. And it's 3-1.
Right at him with a 3-1 fastball. Harris, I mean, in a fastball situation, to me like he was taking that all the way. And if he wasn't, he certainly wasn't looking middle away.
It's number 93. It's Bercocho, and his throw is going to be late.
Fun to watch, though.
So the out is recorded. A run comes in. It's 3-1.
He's got a great arm, and he loves to show it off. And I tell you what, if they didn't have great speed with Eli White, I mean, it might have been different had a guy been more average with his speed.
Here's Albies. Albies takes low. This is the 8th. And a high fly ball to Gilbert. Robbie Ray's going to walk off, allowing 1 unearned run. How about that? Well, grab your crew for a group outing at Oracle Park. Groups of 15 or more receive 20% off. You can get group tickets starting at only $17 per person for upcoming games against the Blue Jays and Rockies. And where do you do it? Well, you go to sfgiants.com/groups. Bercoto with a big swing and a miss. Time for a change. Switch to Comcast Business for all-in connection and protection your small business can rely on. This is Tyler Kinley.
Kinley's 33rd appearance on the year.
Bercoto waves at that. One for 3. 1 and 2. Jung-Hoo Lee to follow.
I think your bats against Kinley, you're going to see a slider almost 70% of the time. And if you're not going to see the slider, you're going to see a curveball. He throws a fastball 15% of the time, so breaker ball, breaker ball, breaker ball, breaker ball.
Bercoto on a high pop-up to right. White with the catch, 1 out.
And with all those breaking balls, he got the job done.
Hey, Jung-Hoo picked up an infield hit in the 6th, and that was his first hit in the series. So here he is facing a right-hander. And a strike. It's 0-1. Giants 3, Braves 1. We're in the bottom of inning number 8. Ball back, 1 ball and 1 strike. High and wide. Arizona tomorrow night. Tyler Mahle, Eduardo Rodriguez. One, 2. Is Joey Bart. 2 outs. Caleb Killian getting loose.
Great day for Robbie Ray. Boy, he pitched beautifully. 1 unearned run in 8 innings against this Braves offense. It's a good day.
Matching his counterpart, a right-hander, Logan Webb.
Kind of get used to starters going 8 innings.
1-0. 2 balls and no strikes.
So, as a reward, he's going to get an all-expense paid vacation to Phoenix, Arizona. The life of a starter.
Stroke to left, but diving is Dubon to make the catch. So we'll head to the 9th. It's 3-1 Giants. Well, for the Braves, a run on 4 hits, a couple of really critical errors. And for the Giants, 3 runs, 10 hits, and they also committed an error. So Caleb Killian's going to come on with a 2-run lead, and right off the bat, he gets to face the beef.
He's going to take on the 4-5-6 guys. 34th appearance on the year, 2-4 with a 3.97 ERA.
It's Matt Olson to lead things off.
Olson's got a good eye. He will make you work.
Yes, he will. We're going to foul.
Killian's got good stuff. He's got high 90s velocity on the fastball, good curveball, good slider. Strikeout stuff.
Down the right field line, and it's foul.
A little bit of height on that curveball.
Well, when you see Olson run hard like that all the way down the line, we lose the sight of the ball because of that sidewall. You start to think that that's got a chance to be fair.
Yeah. Now territory between the foul line and the wall we don't see from our broadcast booth and our camera angle, so you're watching the runner. Well, Haas is going to challenge it. I think he's going to win, but why not? You got him. It's the 9th inning. Close.
The ball. San Francisco has 1 challenge remaining.
But no cigar.
Two and two. Out of play. Towards the gap and into the gap. And Olson's got a leadoff double. That's his 3rd hit.
And that was a great at bat. He's used the opposite side of the field a lot today. And with that swing of the bat, the Braves are going to get the tie and run in the batter's box. And that is a challenge fastball just right out over the plate. And for a guy as tall as Olson, he likes it middle away, and he'll use the left side, and there's your result. Sweet stroke double.
Here's Baldwin. Baldwin hits this one to Schmidt. Schmidt will get the out. Olson goes to 3rd. And here's Riley. Riley has hit the ball in the air 3 times, pop up in a couple of fly balls, and a swing and a miss on a good hard breaking ball. Same spot, nothing in 2.
Well, you can't throw 2 better breaking balls than that. They're much more explosive when he locates them knee high or below.
This is hit on the ground to Devers. They will get the out. A run comes in, 2 down.
Those are 3 good breaking balls from Caleb Killian.
Dom Smith is going to pinch hit for Joey Bart. I figured it would either be Dom Smith or Mike Yastrzemski.
Well, Dom Smith is a guy that uses the middle of the field. Good contact guy. Just a message is coming out. They're going to go over the scout report, make sure everybody is on the same page here. They do have a meeting before the game, and they've seen the Braves for 5 games here in the last couple of weeks. They should know the Braves and everybody on that team quite well. The reason I make it an issue is that the last 3 pitches that Caleb Killian threw were good breaking balls. All 3 of them. He's got a good rhythm going. And why would you come out and break that rhythm up to re-emphasize a scout report that he already knows?
So here's Smith. And it's low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Smith hitting .275. Right at the knees.
You can't paint a better location than that pitch.
Yeah, he won't get hurt there.
Well, I think Smith was taking a strike anyway, but still, that's a nice pitch.
On the ground, and it's off of Casey Schmidt. And Smith will be aboard. That's a base hit.
And as advertised, Smith going right back up the middle.
Now it's Yaz.
That ball really came up on him. So Haas going out and having a chat.
Now we're going to get a pinch runner. So they hear Mateo. Jorge Mateo is pinch running. So here we go with Mike Yastrzemski at the plate. And strike.
Another good snapper.
And a strike.
And a quick 0-2.
Runner goes.
That's a big 90-foot get by the Braves. Throw a fastball. You see Haas, he gets out of his position thinking he's going to have a chance to throw him out, and the ball just cuts away from him.
One and two. Two and two. Big fella on deck is Rowdy Tellez. Two balls, two strikes. And he got him. That's the ball game. And the Giants end up taking 2 out of 3 from the Atlanta Braves. And this was another strong performance by starting pitching. And Robbie Ray gets the nod today.
Well, that's the third consecutive start that he had. It's more impressive than you think that the other 2 starts, one of them was against the Braves. So that's 2 times that he's really dominated this Atlanta offense, which is not an easy thing to do. And for the Giants offensively, they had a couple of errors provide opportunity for them, and they cashed in and put 3 runs on the board. They needed them all, and had some good situational at bats as well. This is a good game for this Giants club to head out on the road with.
They end up beating one of the top pitchers in in all of baseball than Chris Sale. Final score here on this Sunday afternoon, it's the Giants 3 and the Braves 2. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned. Toyota Giants Postgame Live starts right now.